Hi sir, good evening. My name is GC Boy and you are?
Favorite era.
And you are?
Riyadh Onglas.
Hi sir. So I'm so happy and grateful because you are accepting my request as my guest tonight. And thank you so much sir for coming here. So sir, tonight I'm going to discuss 5 questions about globalization and just relax and listen. So first question. What is globalization to you in a personal sense? How has it affected your current mindset, life, situations, and the like? So my answer is globalization is the spread of knowledge, information, technology, investment around the world or in a different countries. And also globalization is a connection between from one country to another country, and it is a spread of cultures is referred to as a globalization. So the second question is, how do you think is the greatest challenge posited on regionalization and globalization in the Philippines, and how can this challenge be addressed accordingly? So my opinion about this question is the greatest challenge posited on regionalization and globalization in the Philippines is it's a challenge in how the government utilize the effects of it that will give benefits to all businesses, most especially those who just started, and small business like cafes and others like those um, businesses like pastries, flower for decoration. Those are the small businesses. And the third question is, what are the aspects that hinder Philippines from becoming a first world country and why? I will repeat. What are the aspects that hinder Philippines from becoming a first world country and why? So, Filipinos do not have the entrepreneurial spirit of East Asians like Chinese, Koreans, and Japanese. Their mindset is to study for a degree and work for a company and become an executive. They wouldn't start a small business and build it to become a big company. Therefore, they become employees rather than business owners and create jobs. Chinese Filipinos, on the other hand, encourage their children to get involved in business. So, Chinese Filipinos, they are encouraging their children to be involved in a business so that in the future they will not be suffered for when it comes to money. No matter how small they start. So small or big, those Chinese Filipinos doesn't matter. The important is their children involved in a business. Thus, most big businesses in Philippines are owned by Chinese Filipinos, who are not many in numbers. And if you look at China, Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, and Japan, they are all export-oriented manufacturing countries. This allows them to earn foreign currency and make them rich. While Philippines relies on export of agriculture products, which are low value. Without entrepreneurs, Philippines can never become a high value product exporting country. So if the Philippines didn't have entrepreneurs, um, Philippines will not become a high value product exporting country. Next question. As a Filipino youth of today, what can you contribute so that the Philippines will have a chance to be the clusters of the global north countries? Expound your answer. So my answer for this question, as a Filipino youth, I can encourage and inspire my fellow young people to change their perspective about businesses. As I said in number 3, Filipinos, especially the younger age, should cultivate entrepreneurial spirit within them to help Philippines climb in clusters of the global north. So, we should encourage our young people to be more um, involved in a business so that um, they will be more, they will have knowledge about making our country involved in a global north countries when it comes to cluster. And the last question will be, what do you think are the major problems faced by leaders in global community in terms of global governance? How do these issues affect you in a personal level? So these days I observe a major problem leaders in global governance is facing specifically the Philippines, and it is how this country respond to this global pandemic we all are facing. So we all know that we are in a democratic country, and now we are facing in a infectious disease which is COVID-19, and the LGUs are all pressuring the DOH to solve this pandemic alone, whereas it should be all LGUs helping and supporting each unit, especially being the backbone of DOH on fighting this virus. So instead of helping each other, the LGU is um, pressuring the DOH. Instead, the DOH and the LGU is helping to each other. They are pressuring each other. That will cause slow process of um, solution in finding solution in this problem. So we should be open-minded in solving problems in our the problems in our global community so that we will be more aware of what is happening around the country, around the Philippines. So that's all my ideas about the question, and I I hope that you learned something from it, and thank you so much for listening, and may God bless us.